Hi guys, Kim here, Sixth Sun Overload. If I was to liken this reality to a computer, I would say that we have reached the point where the hard drive is full. And it's not a coincidence that it's called a hard drive either, as this is not easy stuff that we're doing here. So I took some time out for a few days to defrag my hard drive, so to speak, focusing my attention elsewhere. And recently I've been hearing a lot of people talk about the inability to talk to many people, as their experiences are that some people just can't listen anymore. And I was speculating on this, and I was wondering if it's more to do with living in an era of information overload. There's just too many options, very little ability to work out what's real and what's not, and overthinking things because of this. The Mayans perceived this happening, and they likened it to too much choice and the inability for us to be able to choose. So one of the problems we became aware of was sticky labels, which is essentially gossip, that when someone presents something for discussion, due to the person being given the label, then discrediting occurs, and then one ends up talking about the creditation or the label rather than the subject at hand. And it seems to be very deliberate obfuscation, making any subject so overloaded with different and disparate views that there's very little hope of ever finding agreement with others. But from my perspective, there is only one, which is our own focus. We do whatever we love. We can argue all day about who is right and which is the right way to go forward, but everyone has a different opinion. And arguing the opinion of what everyone else should give focus to will never work, as we will never get everyone to agree on one way forward. So in my opinion, it all comes back to self and our own individual journeys. Do what feels good to you. Take the actions that feel right for you. But whatever you do, do something. It's your journey. We will never be good enough to do this if we persist in looking for confirmation from the outside. It is for this purpose that further down the trail we go with the Sixth Sun Road, the more and more we need to go with our feelings, our internal view. It seems that the Sixth Sun is forcing us to no longer look outside for validation, but instead reflect, work it out ourselves, through being the observer and not the controller. The next thing I hear from people all the time is, when is this going to end? And I had a message come through yesterday, just randomly. And it said, not long now, just a couple of days. I tried to go deeper and get some clarification on what this message meant and what it was referring to, but I didn't get anything more. I am aware that there may be a little bit of a light horizon in a couple of the big boy planets that have been retrograde. We'll get over that in the next few days, so by the 18th of October, we should have some universal energies kicking in to assist us in shifting our thinking. Waiting for an event to happen is not really where I feel our energy should be focused either right now. We may be watching the world stage, waiting for something to happen, but it won't happen until such time that we're ready for it. And unfortunately, we'll not be ready for it until we're okay with anything happening and it not affecting us. And until such time that we can bring ourselves to stop trying to control the outside world, and until such time that we can become inspired despite what's occurring. And until such time that we stop trying to control our reality and let it happen. I'm not talking about putting your head under the sheets and going la 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 until it goes away. I'm talking about taking full responsibility for self, to manage our own mind space and make peace with it, facing it, seeking out that which is disturbing. Look at it. It can be really deep. Maybe it's because of the past, because we don't know a different way. But please, please, please be aware, if you get that feeling inside of you, that horrible feeling in the pit of your stomach that's screaming no at you, then pay attention. Because it's there for a reason. Recognizing what is happening to us personally. If it's an external problem, then stop thinking about fixing it and instead fix the mind space, not the problem. The illusion of being separate from everything and everyone is how they keep us trapped in this place, all the time co-creating our own chaos in our own realm, but disputing about the next action. It is us co-creating our own reality, not persuading others of the correctness of their thinking. It's about what resonates with ourselves, what makes our hearts sing and ding. I think my personal problem was that I got too bogged down in debating or discussing with others what was wrong here, rather than walking my own talk and living my life through being. I gotta learn to get out my own way. And just one more thing I wanted to mention before I go is that the sun and the moon are behaving oddly. I took a friend the other night home right on sunset, and the sunset was setting in the south. Totally weird. Unfortunately, I don't take my phone out with me when I go out, so I couldn't take a photograph of it. If you guys have anything going on with the sun or the moon that you've seen, just let me know. Thanks for listening. Ta-ta for now.